maintain stability. If you want to hold the handstand in place, your hips have to be in line with your hands and shoulders. The straight legs adds elegance to the pose. Also, notice how the arms are completely straight, which allows the weight to be transferred directly to the ground. A very common mistake is not to lock your elbows, which will have to bear your entire body weight and will fatigue very soon, making it hard to maintain stability. To test your body alignment, stand sideways to a mirror with your arms straight overhead. Have a glance at your position through the mirror and check if your hands, shoulders, hips and feet are in the same line. This should be achieved without much effort. However, some of you might notice a slight forward bend of their arms and as a consequence not a proper alignment. This is due to poor mobility and flexibility around the shoulder joints. In the next section, we'll see how to fix this. Stand with your back against the wall, with your arms straight overhead. Don't bend your elbows. The back of your hands, head, back of your shoulders, butt and heels must be touching the wall. Your lower back should be flat and as close as possible to the wall. If you can't prevent your lower back from arching so that you are not able to touch the wall with both your shoulders and your butt, it shows weakness in your abdominal and lower back area. Again, we'll see in the next session how to improve that. Lying on your back with your hips are at 90-degree angle and your toes pointing up. Now, slowly lower your legs while at the same time keeping your spine flat on the floor. Keep lowering your legs until you feel you can no longer keep your lower back in contact with the floor. You should get to the point where your legs are at a few inches from the floor and your arms straight overhead, with your back still completely flat. If you can hold this position for at least 20-30 seconds, you know you'll have sufficient core strength for the handstand. Squat down and place your hands flat on the floor. Lift your hips as much as your flexibility allows and change your body weight to your arms while keeping the hands flat on the floor at all times. Hold for about 10 seconds, then switch back your weight to your legs. Aim at carrying your entire body weight on your hands. If you can hold this for at least 20-30 seconds without feeling any pain in your wrists, you're ready for the next step. Stand in front of a wall and place the palm of your hands slightly above hip level. Hinge your hips back and gently push your chest down towards the floor while keeping your back straight. Don't bend your arms. Hold for about 30-40 seconds. Rest for a minute and repeat for a total of 3 sets. You can place your knees down if it feels more comfortable to you. The best way to improve your core strength for the handstand is doing the hollow body hold described earlier. Do 3 sets of 20 seconds each, then try to increase the time up to 1 minute. Try not to arch your lower back and don't hold your breath. Another great exercise for the handstand is the extended plank. Face down on your toes and hands, trying to get your hands as far as possible away from your toes without falling or sinking your hips. Hold for at least 10 seconds, then have a rest. Repeat at least for 4 times. You can also combine the two positions and start with the hollow body hold for 10 seconds. Then roll over and do an extended plank for another 10 seconds. Then roll back and repeat for a total of 8 reps. Do a total of 4 sets and rest for at least 1 minute between sets. Lie face down with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Place your fingertips on the floor and raise your body to a push-up. If this is too hard, try doing it on your knees instead of your toes. Once on the top position, hold for 10 seconds, then slowly come down until your chest touches the floor and repeat 5 times. Do this for 3 sets with 2-minute rests in between. In the next exercise, you start from a squat position and you leap forward with your hands flat on the floor. Try to raise your hips as high as you can with your knees tucked to your chest. Return to the initial position and repeat for 10 times in total. Do 3 sets with a minute rest in between. Get down to a kneeling position and picture a triangle on the floor. The 2 corners at the base is where you place your hands, and the top corner is where you will place your head. Keep your elbows in and your chin tucked to your chest. This is very important to keep your cervical spine in line, otherwise the weight of your body will put a lot of pressure on your cervical discs, and this is very dangerous. Also, you must support most of your body weight with your arms and not with your neck. Raise your hips and start walking towards your hands, getting as close as you can. Place your knees one at a time on top of your upper arm close to the elbow. Brace your abs and hold this position for about 10 to 20 seconds. Then put your feet down one at a time and return to the initial position. After you've done the tucked headstand, you will progress it to a full headstand, this time using a wall for safety. Start from a kneeling position at about 2 feet from a wall. Place your head on the palm of your hands flat on the floor, then raise your hips and walk towards your hands. Once your hips are directly over your head, start raising your legs, keeping them straight until you reach the vertical position. Point your toes up and try not to touch the wall. Hold this for 15 to 20 seconds, then slowly lower your legs and return to the initial position. Once you feel confident enough, move on and try the headstand without the support of the wall. When you reach the vertical position, keep your midsection tight to keep your legs firm. If you feel you are falling, don't panic. Keep your chin in, get your knees to your chest, and roll forward as if you were doing a somersault. Make sure you're doing it on a soft surface. Keep practicing until you can hold the headstand for 15 to 20 seconds. When you get tired, slowly lower your legs and return to the initial position. Now that you've mastered the headstand, it's now time to practice the actual handstand. To do this, let's start using a wall again for safety. Stand straight at 3 to 4 feet from a wall. Raise your hands to shoulder level with your palms flat and kick up one leg, quickly followed by the other, while at the same time place your hands on the floor close to the wall. Practice this move as many times as you can, aiming to kick up with enough force to get your feet up, but not too hard so you touch the wall. Once you're upside down, point your toes up, squeeze your butt, and keep your midsection tight. This will stabilize your legs. Lock your elbows and press your hands down firmly as if you wanted to push the floor down. This will stabilize your shoulder blades on the upper trunk. Aim at keeping your feet off the wall for at least 10 to 15 seconds. The next step is to get your handstand without any wall support by using a mat for a soft landing in case you fall. This is very useful if you have problems kicking your legs up high enough for fear of falling. You will also learn to use just the right amount of force to get yourself in the vertical position, but not to fall down. Once you're in upside down, hold for as long as you can, then let yourself fall with your chin tucked in. As soon as you feel you're falling, lift one hand off the floor and make a quick turn so you can land on your feet. Once you know you can land safely, you won't be afraid to fall anymore.